Good evening, and if this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Tracy. I am a twin flame coach, and I would like to say welcome and thank you for stopping by. I'm doing a video piggybacking off the one I did earlier today of the downside of walking away from a twin flame relationship. And I talked about how the twins have shared energy fields because they share the same soul. And as a result of that, you experience some of the same things. I used, for example, earlier today of the fact that if they're sick or if they're not feeling well emotionally, um, you can feel their frustrations, things on that level, the emotional level. But I wanted to share more about the annoyances, um, the downside of walking away. Along with feeling those things that I mentioned earlier, you also can tell if they're smoking, you would taste it, or other drugs. Um, like I said, you share the same energy field. So you are bombarded with things that you may not um, want to have in your life. Like I said, some major downsides. Um, but I think one of the worst ones with me was the fact that you can tell when they're being intimate. And I guess that wouldn't bother me now. But during the time when we was in a so-called relationship, it was very annoying. That's the reason why we're not together today. Because he was doing a lot of cheating. And when I would say something to him about it, he would deny it. He never owned up to it. And also to me, that says a lot. He knew that we shared the same energy field, and I can tell what was going on with him. I can tell when he was getting it on and all this stuff. But yet still, he still did it. So that just showed me also in a nutshell how selfish he was for one thing. But he took no consideration of my feelings and how it would affect me. But like I said, he did it anyway. So if you are on a twin flame journey and you're not having these experiences, then you might be in a soulmate relationship, because with twins, you're gonna feel a whole lot. You're gonna feel a whole lot. And I didn't always share with him the different things that I experienced. I just dealt with it on my own. But I did address the cheating part, which, like I said, he always denied it. So when I finally broke up with him in November last year, I didn't even say why, because he had never owned up in the past, and I'm like, why would he own up now? I just decided to go on my little merry way and continue to focus on my own personal journey. like I said earlier, well, in my first video, that the twin flame journey is about union with self first. In which, because of all the hype that comes along with the twin flame journey, people get so focused on union, and then the in-depthness of the and the intensity of the relationship itself. It can have you focusing a lot on the relationship itself, and everybody want union because the love is so deep. Everybody want union, but like I said, I took up on myself to learn how to love me and to stop waiting on him to reciprocate the love to me that I was giving to him. Another downside is like when he, I talked about in my earlier video how he will astral travel to me. But sometimes when he astral travel and when he's out on the astral plane, sometimes I get pulled up in it too. And seeing things that I don't want to see. Because, I mean, on the astral plane, most time, like, you come together for, go figure. So, like I said, you end up being a part of things. Well, not really being a part of it, because immediately when I realized what was going on, is I immediately would separate from that situation. But there were times when he asked to travel, and he was out there in the astral plane, that I ended up getting pulled into it also. But God would quickly pull me right out of it too. So that's another downside and annoyance, if I'm saying that correctly, that you have to deal with. And again, if you say you're in a twin flame relationship and you're not having these signs, if you're not energetically connected like that, you might be in a soulmate relationship, because soulmates don't share the same energy field. But it can be a very deep relationship also. And the twin flame journey is about helping you to grow. It's about having those lessons and teaching you how to love yourself. And it took me a long time to get to that point, to realize that what it really was about, teaching me how to love me and not look for love outside of myself. Okay, let me think what else I could talk about as far as the downside of walking away. Because I don't want to wait till I end this video and I say, oh, I forgot to say this or I forgot to say that. I will say, um, in addition to the astral projecting, when he come to me, a lot of times he's forcing himself on me energetically in a sexual way, which I don't like, and he know I don't like it. I've asked him to stop, but he continues to do it anyway, which is a spiritual violation. That shows no respect. And I'm not even going to go into a whole lot of details about that, because it's ugly. But I don't like that. That incubus and succubus spirit. I don't like that. I do all I can to keep my energy field pure. So, and before I say this, I'm gonna say, um, on the astral plane, people have sex. I have never had that experience with him, and I thank God because there are a lot of demonic things that goes on in the astral plane, and a lot of the connections. I mean, you're interacting with all types of energies. One thing I've learned: a rejection is God's protection, and I can say that now. I give thanks all the time for that not being a part of our relationship. I didn't know a whole lot about it at the time, and I would question him about it, and he would always have all kinds of excuses, but it's for my protection because I didn't know then the things that I know now about all the things that he was engaging in. So it really would have brought more harm to myself than good. Just never know. But I thank God that He protected me from those negative entities that I could have been consumed by or affected in some type of negative way, which wouldn't have been good. So I'm very grateful for that. So thank you. But I'm sure something else will come up later. But for the most, I've pretty much mentioned everything, except for one more thing. Because he's so angry with me right now, and I said earlier how he does things to try to hurt me. To me, the most cruelest thing that he did was, I'm gonna say one of the most cruelest things that he did was what he did yesterday after I did my first video. Of course, he knows because he's always watching me. But I was taking a nap yesterday, and he tried to erase my memory board. Now, I know this sounds like something out of a fictional book or a sci-fi movie, but it's true. He literally tried to erase my memory. And I said, God, what more do this man have to do before you keep him away from me? What's next? He can't kill me. God won't allow him to. And I know there's a reason why he wants to erase my memory because I guess he don't want me to talk about things. It's just so much I'm going to say anyway. I'm going to say the rest of it for the book. So it's just so much I'm going to say. I'm not gonna give a whole lot of details about certain things. Um, oh, and also because he has become an energy vampire when I'm sleeping, he's draining my energy. I asked him to stop, he will not stop. I have to fight to keep my vibrations high so that I don't get weak or I don't end up in pain because he's sucking my life force energy out of me every night. He's always done it, but I didn't know at one time that's what he was doing. I just would just feel the exchange of energy, but I didn't even know the exchange because I wasn't doing anything. But I noticed that he was in my energy field. It's noisy out here by the park. But well, when I found out, I started doing all I could to protect myself. I used to be afraid at one time. I did. I used to be afraid to go to sleep at night. I would stay up all night long, be so sleepy. But I didn't want him taking my energy. I didn't want him doing all the other stuff that he was doing to me and messing with my brain, just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I just was overwhelmed with surprise because I just could not believe that he would stoop to the level at which he did stoop to. But I made up in my mind, I'm going to have to trust God. I said, I'm not staying up all night anymore because I'm afraid that he's going to hurt me. God showed me that he cannot hurt me because I know of the death attempts that did not go through. So God showed me then that I was very protected. So I just do all I can to protect myself. But when it's time to sleep, I go to sleep now. That's important. I'm not going to let him rob me on my rest. And I know that after this, he's going to be coming back again, doing something crazy. I can truly say that song that says there's a thin line between love and hate. It's true. I don't hate him, but I hate the things that he does. And his action towards me can only show that he hates me. I think it's a love-hate thing. I know he loves me, but because he didn't do right by me, and I walked away, and I walked away for good this time, he knows that it is a permanent loss. And what he has done was surrender his birthright blessings by choosing to do his own thing. And I know he realizes that, but it's too late now. It's too late. I have forgiven him, and I forgive him every time he do something crazy. I forgive him. But just because I forgive him, that doesn't mean I have to be with him. And I could never be with him after the things that he have done to hurt me mentally, emotionally, and physically, spiritually. I could never be with him. And that doesn't mean that I don't love him. Love has nothing to do with it. Because I love myself more. Do I wish things could have been different? Yes. But they're not. So I accept things as they are and I keep on moving forward. Because I know the better days are ahead. And I know that my true love will come. And I know that all that I have endured in this relationship, the blessings that are coming, it's going to be well worth it. It's going to be well worth it. So that great brings me great comfort. And only thing I have to do now is just be patient like I have been. And patience, being patient was not easy. It was not easy at all. But I learned to be patient. I learned to trust God and I learned to wait on Him. And that's what I'm doing now, waiting on God. Anyway, I'm going to end this video before it cuts off on me. And I would love to hear your comments about this subject. And I would also love to hear if you're having these same type of experiences. And also if you've had the experience with the shared energy field. So please let me know. I would like to know. But in the meanwhile, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, please do. And thank you so much for stopping by. And I will see you in the next video. And you have a good night.